Morning world, and welcome to Wednesday the 8th of August, and it's hot.
Dirty mucky bugger.
I do look at the comments though.
That's better, a bit of shade. Right, well, harvest is done. All the straw over the other farm has been baled. The straw was sold off the field, bought by the Fords down at, by the Fords. And I did say when we'd sold it that I would like to keep half a dozen bales. And fair play, Andy's rung me up this morning and said, would you like me to deliver them for you? This is, mind you, after I'd emptied our trailer off, taken the log splitter off Dad's tractor, fueled everything up, got everything ready, and said to Matthew that we might have to go over this afternoon because we're forecast some weather again this afternoon. Potentially storms, thunder and lightning, rain and stuff like that. So it was kind of getting twitchy about getting this straw in because it's big square bales. It's only 6 big square bales, but still I'd like to keep them dry. But thank you, Andy, for offering to drop them up for us. And he said he'd pick out some of the drier stuff for us as well, because obviously we got to shake it out by hand. We bed our stock on wood chip. Couple of reasons for that. One of the main reasons is I got lots of it, and it's free. So part of our tree business, we produce a lot of wood chip, and it makes really, really good animal bedding. The problem is when you're calving or lambing, stuff like that, when the cow or the ewe is cleaning the lamb off, you don't really want bits of wood stuck to the youngster for the cow or the sheep to possibly ingest and do them harm. So that's why we wanted a bit of straw, was literally just to give animals that are giving birth a cleaner bed, you know, something that if they ingest a bit, it doesn't matter. So I am now freed up from driving tractors backwards and forwards to the farm. So the next job for me, so not doing that, is I'm going to go and put a bit of electric fence up down the bottom for the cattle, because they're running out of grass again. We really, really need some rain here. So some of the ground that I had intended to cut for silage, the grass is fit to cut now. I'm just worried about mowing it in case it gets rained on. We're supposed to get it. But in the meantime, I'm going to take the quad bike down and we're going to go and put some electric fence up, and we're going to start strip grazing the bottom left-hand field, so to make sure my cattle have got plenty of grub. The joys. Oh yeah, there's some other news for today as well. Today's the day, probably, that my dad's new dog arrives. So, potentially, more puppy video later on. Get to use my 45 quid bargain again today. I can't actually remember if I paid 45 quid for this or 50. Whatever it was a cheap trailer. We're going to need that. Yeah, I'd really like to cut this grass and get it wrapped up. I kind of got a baler man on standby, but I don't want to cut it and then get it soaked. I might have to just take a leap of faith sometime or other and just do it anyway, but not this morning. probably not today. That's piqued their interest. We'll probably go and fetch a garlic bucket as well once we're doing this. I think that's my wife's morning walk track, which I've asked her not to make. Right, so I'm going to go from that post there straight across there, and they can have this for a couple of days. Then I can move it down. Well, I got a funny feeling if we get no rain, they're going to end up having this whole piece, which is not what I wanted. I wanted to wrap it and put it in the barn. I don't think that's going to happen. I want an insulator, somewhere to start me off. And I might as well go on this post because it's a big post. These are only Dexter cattle, so there's no point in putting it too high, just in case one decides to do the limbo. All this does is gives me a bit of spring tension. Right, you come with me. Let's undo that a bit. Take the tension off. Right, I'll put the line out first, because if I walk in a straight line, it means I haven't got to keep moving the post. I think I'm going to go to that point there. Okay, so looking at my choices of posts, I want a new post or a newer post to put this on. No point in anchoring this to a wibbly wobbly one, so that one. You look a bit newer. Also give the guys a bit of shade under that tree too. I've got a big one. Okay, right. Next thing is I need to lock this fella off. So I'll screw him up tight. And hook him on. Right, that's on there, that is insulated. So all I got to do now, put some posts up. Time lapse. Might put two here actually. Corners are where it's going to get most pressure, especially with the shade there as well. So a lot of these stakes that I'm trying to get in the ground here, some of them I'm having to press in hard, some are actually just disappearing because underneath this grass the ground is cracked up. It's that dry. I'm just grateful that we made the decision to whack that. There you go, there's a hole there, look. To put the liquid fertiliser on there, liquid nitrate, because I think we'd be scratching for grub now if we hadn't taken advantage of the little bit of wet we had a few weeks ago. I'd probably be feeding them bales, and I haven't got enough bales now. So we are going to be a bit more reliant on the hay or the haylage or the silage, whatever it is I'm going to make from Tether Farm. I'm just hoping I get to make it, because, well, do I blame the weather or do I blame the weatherman? Because it's the weatherman that's stopping me from cutting it. Because this feels heavy and stormy, but he says it's going to chuck it down this afternoon. Maybe. Right, let's put Energizer on. We can let them out here. I can go and get the garlic lick. I'm probably going to put the garlic lick somewhere up by the water tank now, because they're spending a lot of time near the water. So I might as well put the garlic where the water is. Did I leave you in gear? I did. Naughty. This should keep them going for 3 or 4 days at least. So, because like I say, grass isn't growing anywhere, so there's no point in closing bits off. I may as well let them roam all over the place. They can pick all over the farm then and roam about. Just makes them a bit happier. They've stretched that wire over there. I reckon if I hadn't done this today, they'd have let themselves out here by tomorrow. Right then. So I've chosen this corner to put the battery Energizer because it's the lowest spot, and the damp holds here pretty much longer than anywhere else on the field. So the best place to find an earth is where the soil is dampest. So here it is, battery. He's not on yet, so I haven't got a whistle to get over there. You go on there. Right, put one on the spring. I know I got a good contact on that. No, I haven't turned it on yet. 1, 2, 3. So I've clipped the contact actually onto the end of the spring there, because it's all metal. I'm leaking. It worked better. So right, he's working okay. That's sorted out. Cattle probably won't go near the fence anyway, but better safe than sorry. I mean, if they did get out and roam the whole lot, it's not the end of the world. I don't want them to. I'd rather, because we're short of grass, strip graze it and, you know, well, use up the grass as efficiently as I can. Right, I'll let them out. They're getting impatient. Wait a minute. Just a little bit of patience. Come on then. Right. That shut him up. That was another hydration top up. That is warm. Temperature outside at the moment is just peaked at 36 degrees C, which is warm. Anyway, so what's going on? I've been bringing all the wood. Guys have been cutting a lot of wood over the last couple of months. We've left it out in the sunshine and the warm air to dry. It is now pretty dry. So now it's going to go in the barn, where if it rains, it doesn't matter. I am doing that for the next, well, a few minutes. I'm just waiting for a little straw to come in. I think I might have said Andy Ford was bringing it out for me. What I should have said was Adam Ford. I think Adam, getting it around my head. Andy Ford is a Bristol comedian. We usually see him when we go to the Panto at Christmas, which we didn't do this year. But yeah, so sorry about that, Adam. So yeah, so we're just waiting for him to come, and once I've got the straw unloaded and sorted out, I have then got to go and collect Dad's new pup. So, all happening today. Oh, I left the gate open. Did you think you were missing out? Did you? Come on then. You got to sit in the cab. Right. We have got to move some more logs. You're going to regret this. You're going to be better off staying in there in the cool. Go on, in you go. Up you go. Go on. Get up. Oh, that bloody seat's hot. Go off. Oh, my legs. Ah. Oh. I shouldn't have left the machine facing the sun. I just burnt my ass. Get some of dog. It's a bit of aroma about you. A bit of stink. You got something to tell me? Hey? Okay. Good timing. Last couple of bags in, and the straw's just arrived. I've got to shut the door a minute. That's what my trailer's missing.
Yeah, it is.
The living box?
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, I'm going to stick it down in the bottom left hand. Lay down that barn. Yeah, so you want to go down. Yeah, so if you go down sort of around there, I'll unload you from down the bottom. I'll just put the spikes on. So, yeah. Lovely job. It's all go. You're right in there. Hot, isn't it? Right. Providing the machine don't break down, this won't take long. nice and soft. That was a good move. I came out and started the car up 5 minutes ago. They get the aircon going. Right. It's 10 to 4. The guys have got back. It's so hot. They've had a horrible day in the heat. So I sent them all home early. Because they're all like drowned rats. Anyway, I got a 12-mile trip now north to go and pick up Dad's pup, which would then be a, what, 18-mile trip south to deliver it. He doesn't know it's coming yet. He knows it's imminent, he knows it's any time, but he doesn't know it's today. So hopefully we'll give him a nice surprise. That's hot. And yes, this is my third t-shirt of the day. In fact, this t-shirt was after an extremely cold shower because I'm a sweater. You may have noticed that. Right. I'll see you when we get the pup. Right. I have the pup. I have arrived at my parents' house. Time to introduce him. Just to remind you, he knows the pup's coming, but he didn't know when it was coming. So hopefully he'll be pleasantly surprised. I'll come back for the paperwork in a minute. Oh, it's warm right here. She was fast asleep in there. Hey, Tiddler. You gonna come out? Hey? Oh, yeah. Oh, she just woke up. She just woke up. Oh, you are such a sweetie. Right, come on. Let's go and meet your new boss. Shall we? Oh, I think Mother's awake as well. Say hello to the little pipsqueak.
Hello, Daisy.
Well, I don't know what you're. I tell you, I'm going to let it go out for a wee first. It's been in the van for half an hour, so I'll go and have a pee first, and then where's Dad? Where? Gonna have a bath? Hello, Joe. Oh, you get to see her first.
You're tiny.
Yeah. I'm gonna go put her on the grass and just let her a wee because she's been in the van for a bit, so. Oh well, she gets to meet the old man clean. There you go. Oh, welcome to your new home. Hello, pup. Hello, pup. Right, you can't get too familiar with me because I'm not your boss. Hello. Yeah, you're a little people person, you aren't you? Eh? Isn't you? Yes, warm. It is warm. Yes. Right. Let's learn not to trip people up, shall we?
Uh-oh, I thought I could bloody hear something. There, you little monkey. What do you reckon then? Eh? We're taking you straight away. Squeak! Squeak! Squeaky! She were going to be asshole red over this in a minute.
Yeah, she does like to follow you around by cross your feet. But it's all very new for a second.
Oh, lovely, that.
Psst, psst.
Oh, that's bloody off.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's horrible lot.
Oi!
Have you decided what you're going to call her yet?
No. It.
It.
Yes? What? Hey? What? What? Come on in. Hey, what? Hey?
You're very friendly, very people-y.
Yeah, you, that's a bigger, I thought, oh, that film, she was a lot bigger than this, or looked a lot bigger than it.
Yeah.
You're
Got long legs.
Oh, you'll be able to keep up with me, haven't you? Oof.
I reckon you'll have a job keeping up with
I
her.
expect so.
Yeah.
Mother seen it?
Yeah, oh yeah, she does sit on Mother's lap, and because of course I got you don't even up there just having a shower for 10 minutes, so thought I'd leave you in peace. But she's had something to eat.
She has.
Yeah, and she's got her cage in round in the agility room there.
No, I've only got a cage, haven't we?
You've got a cage in there, but the cage is not a punishment thing, it's a home thing. It's a...
What?
It's just apparently you've got to give them a den, you've got to give them somewhere to go for their...
Okay, well, what's he going to do? I'm going to shut him out there, and shut that door so you can go out there and she pee on the...
Yeah.
Don't matter, see?
Well, I've put Biscuit's bed out of my van is temporarily in there.
What's in there, isn't it? There's one in there. The bed in there from...
Well, it's a group big thing, yeah.
Oh,
She get, yeah, but no, if you give it... So I put that on top of the cage so she can get, like, in it. So she got a drink in there and her food bowls in there, so she's had some chicken. She's been on chicken and boiled rice.
oh yeah.
With a bit of a...
Better than me, yeah.
Yeah, she's just had a bit of chicken. So to Jess, said, you got any chicken? She came up with this fistful of chicken. She said, she ain't gonna eat all that.
What do you want?
Yeah, so I gave her a bit. I had the rest of it.
Wow.
So I thought the cage, if you don't use, once you've got used to it, you can go in the back of your little buggy.
Yeah.
Well, she'd be safe in there. Thunder gods are banging their drums. Maybe we are going to get a storm tonight. Right, that is puppy delivered. Sounds like she's going to be called Squeak, which was the original name. I actually used to have a dog called Squeak. And that fits if she does, because father used to call us kids Squeak. And it was one of those things, right, Squeak? It was just a term of endearment, so why not call the dog by the same name? Right, I'm going to go home and do my jobs before there's a chance of me getting wet. Plan.